and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be making a video about my weight loss and fitness journey. I've been meaning to make this video for a while because I really lost weight in high school, and then I've just kind of managed to keep it kind of consistent throughout college. But I feel like it's even more important now that I'm not in college and on like a adult schedule on my own time and have to figure out how to be a healthy person when I'm not in school with a free gym membership. Obviously, I'm a pretty regular sized person. I like to eat French fries. I like candy. I do not deprive myself of things that I enjoy. I wish I had a full six-pack, but instead I like to eat food. So there's, there's some junk in the front and some junk in the trunk, but I'm okay with that because it means I get to live a healthy lifestyle, but also enjoy myself, not be miserably hungry or having to say like, I don't want to hang out and go get breakfast with you because I need to be skinny. So yeah, I think I have a pretty healthy mindset towards being a healthy person and being obsessed with like looks and the way my body is, that I don't get to have any fun. So I was a pretty normal sized kid. I wasn't very athletic. I tried a lot of sports, but I never really liked them. I quit almost every single one, mostly because my parents, like if I was like, I don't want to go to practice, they'd be like, okay, don't go to practice. And I was really into like riding my bike, playing outside, going on hikes, and just kind of being active, not so much exercising. When I hit puberty at, what's that, like 12, 13, I remember feeling so insecure. Like I was still normal sized. I put on a little bit of weight as you do in puberty. And I was playing basketball at my middle school, but I felt like all my friends were skinnier than me. And I just kind of started to, when you're in middle school and you wear like big hoodies, even in the summer, like please don't look at my body type of thing. And my older brother called me fat every day. And my mom told me I had thunder thighs, which like I do have big thighs, but still like, damn, I'm 12, like stop, I'm really insecure. So I was playing basketball, and then I got the surgery for my hearing aids, which are bone anchored, and it made most physical activity pretty painful because, getting something bolted into your skull, any movement that involves like bouncing, like running, hurt pretty bad for a while. I quit basketball, and my 8th grade year, I also got a laptop for Christmas. So I started a new habit of coming home from school every day, instead of going to basketball practice, eating a peanut butter and Nutella sandwich on white bread, having like grapefruit soda, and eating sometimes a whole box of those chewy chocolate chip bars, but they were also dipped in chocolate. I guess you could probably kind of classify it as binge eating. I didn't know what binge eating was at the time, and I would sit at my laptop on Tumblr for like hours a day. I would look up and it would be dark out. So I was living a very sedentary, high caloric, high calorie dense diet, and it led to a pretty drastic weight gain. If I have a picture of what I looked like in middle school, there's not a lot of pictures because I was really embarrassed about my body already before I gained weight. And I also had a short haircut, partially because of the surgery, and then I got braces, and it just, it was not a good look. It was my awkward phase, but like times 10. Freshman year of high school, they have freshman sports, which you don't really have to try out for. It's kind of like all freshmen can play, and then you either get brought up to JV or varsity your sophomore year, unless you're really good as a freshman. My mom really encouraged me to join a sport. She did cross country in high school, and I was like so embarrassed about the way I looked. I was like, I'm not even going to try. People can't see me move. There's just too much jiggle. There's too much of me. I'm hideous. Like I can't be seen in public. Like you don't understand. I'm not trying out for a single sport. I have no athletic abilities. I'm not in good enough shape to just go start running. Like, are you kidding me? How embarrassing. And people were not super nice about the way I looked. I mean, I'm not gonna say I would bully me because like that's mean, but I would bully me because this is what I looked like my freshman year of high school. It's a bad look. I'm trying to like feel compassion for like the old me, but I'm also like, what were you doing, girly? Like what? And I was miserable. Just in general, there's a lot of stuff going on in your head when you're 14, and I was not happy. I didn't look right. Boys didn't like me because when you're 14, that's the only thing that matters. I started following weight loss blogs on Tumblr and learning a little bit and kind of trying to go on walks and like lose a bit of weight because I knew I was overweight and I knew that was a problem. And I think a lot of what helped me at that time was our PE class had a health class component. So we learned how to read a nutrition facts label. We learned like what 100 calories of fruit looks like versus what 100 calories of candy looks like those little basic things. There were things that I actually started to learn and pick up on, and I did start losing some weight. A lot of that was just me eating less at school every day. I started getting those individual salads from the store and just having that for lunch instead of like, I don't know, I guess I was eating like peanut butter and jelly sandwiches on white bread. Started eating wheat bread. Just little things that I tried to change about my diet. And then my sophomore year for Christmas, I got a gym membership, which I asked for. I was like, Mom, Dad, please, can I have a gym membership? And they also paid for my driver's ed because I was 15 and a half. And I started going to the 24-hour fitness with my older brother, who was a senior in high school at that point. And he was really into like lifting weights. He played soccer. All of his friends would go to the same gym. So he would take me along. And while he was there lifting weights for like sometimes 2 hours, I'd do a lot of incline walking on the treadmill. I would do little like, you know, arm workouts with the 5-pound weights. And we would go maybe 3 to 5 times a week. It was usually after school or on school nights after he got out of practice. Pretty soon after that, I really started to drop the weight between adding physical activity back into my life as well as trying to count calories using my MyFitnessPal and not eating as much at dinner, as well as I swapped out my snacks. So after school, instead of eating Nutella and peanut butter sandwiches and instead of eating those chewy bars, which I told my mom like please stop buying them because I will eat the whole box, I would eat like fruit. I'd eat like little cucumber slices. I'd have celery. I'd have smoothies for breakfast sometimes, and it all just kind of started falling off. I grew my hair out a little bit. I started wearing makeup and I started feeling pretty good about myself. And my weight still fluctuated. I think everybody gains a little bit of weight around Christmas time. It's just you're with your family, you're eating more, it's cold out, you're like, I want hot chocolate. It happens. So I started out at right around, I think 155 pounds, which at 5'4" and no muscle on me is quite a bit at only 14 or 15. And I ended up right around like 130, 135. I didn't have a lot of muscle on me at that point, but I was definitely in better shape and I was really proud of that progress. I remember I posted a like side-by-side picture on Instagram. Like this was before glow up was a thing, and I was like, I glowed up. Like who is she? I don't know the old her. I'm skinny now. My senior year, I moved schools to a public school kind of in the middle of nowhere, and their softball team was abysmal, like so bad, and they didn't have enough players because all of the seniors from the previous year that graduated, they had so many open spots. So a friend in class convinced me to try out, and I just got on the team. I was the starting left fielder. I sucked at batting, but I was getting a really good workout and I actually really enjoyed it. It was the first time I played a sport all the way to the end, except maybe like one season of soccer when I was a kid. And at that point, I was eating a pretty strict diet every day. I would have like a Cliff Bar for breakfast. I would have a personal salad for lunch, and sometimes like another little snack, like those little 100-calorie chip packs. And then whatever my mom made for dinner, which was like pasta or meat and potatoes or meat and rice. And at the time, I thought I was not in good shape or didn't look that good because I was still pretty insecure and was harboring a lot of those like, oh, but I was like fat earlier in high school, so like I'm still gross now. But looking back on these pictures, like I'm so skinny. I'm so itty bitty. And I remember it was weird going to the store and being able to buy a small and it just fit. I was so little and I didn't even realize it until I look at pictures now and I'm like, literally couldn't be me. Like whatever willpower I had back then, I don't have it anymore. Well, I was working out 2 to 3 times a day because I was in PE, so we were running almost every day. Was going to softball practice and games every single day, except I guess like Sundays. And then sometimes I would also work out at home after softball practice. So I'd go for runs around the park or something, which was bad because I ended up getting shin splints. And I also think I wasn't eating enough, especially what I know now about fueling young athletes athletes. Like, I should have been eating probably twice as much as I was, but I didn't know that. They didn't really provide any nutrition education for athletes, so it is what it is. Once I got to college, I was definitely eating more because there was a lot more social eating going on. I had to eat whatever the dorm food was. I was exercising less. Sometimes I would go to the gym and do like 30 minutes of cardio, but the way I was binge drinking and drunk eating really made me gain some weight, which I thought was a lot of weight at the time, but looking back on the pictures, it's really not that bad. But when you compare it to what I looked like when I graduated in June of that same year, it's a lot. It was quite the shift for me. And then in the spring, my now boyfriend, who had also gained weight in that first 6 months of college, we were both like, that's it, we're going to the gym, we're gonna do something about this. And he ended up teaching me how to lift weights and other like plyometric stuff. Like, I'd never done box jumps before. And he taught me a bunch of his like old volleyball workouts. We both would go to the gym together every day, both ended up losing quite a bit of weight. From there, I kept working out pretty consistently. Sometimes it would fall off, and my weight in school kind of followed a calendar of what my classes were like. So in August, I'd get back to school, I'd get in the gym, I was really on it, and then midterms would hit and I would work out less because I was studying for midterms, and then it'd start up again, and then it would be Thanksgiving and I would probably fall off the wagon almost all the way. Eat a lot from like November to January. January, you come in, you're like, that's it, I'm doing it this year, I'm getting abs. And I would work out a lot till like spring break, and then I would eat a lot, and then I would work out a little bit till finals, and then usually between finals and my birthday, which is about a month after finals, I'd eat a lot and then kind of rinse and repeat every year. And my workouts changed over the years. Lifted weights for a really long time. Then I got really into spin classes, which they had for free at the school gym. Then I got back into weightlifting, then I did a bit of both, and it kind of just kept me in the same weight range between like 140 and 145. And if I got up to 145, I was like, this is too much. And I would get down to like 137. It would just keep switching back and forth and back and forth. I was okay with that because, like I said, I was still having fun. I was still going out drinking sometimes, still going out to eat with my friends, and not having that whole like, no, I need to have abs by summertime. Like, I can't go out to eat with you. During this time, I was studying nutrition, so there were a lot of nutrition concepts that I was learning. I got kind of into the intuitive eating thing for a while till I discovered that I know they say you'll intuitively want salad, but my body intuitively is like, eat the whole family-size bag of M&Ms. And I'm like, okay, body, it's what you need. That's where I gained the most weight in college, was listening to my body. My body's not a trustworthy authority on what I need. Maybe I just need to get over my like candy addiction, but I don't know. This is a different topic for a different day. But I learned a lot about how to make vegetables not disgusting, the different nutrients and how to get them all in your diet. Really important things that I will actually use throughout the rest of my life. And I think my kids will have a healthier outlook on food than I did. So yeah. Now I'm out of school and I have all this knowledge of nutrition and how to eat properly and exercise. I've been pretty good, which is surprising because in quarantine at school where the gym was closed, I wasn't super on it. And the thing that I know and have noticed over the years is that if I'm not exercising at least semi-regularly, like 3-4 times a week, I go insane. I have a pretty anxious brain. I need exercise in order to manage my brain. It just like short circuits. Like, anxious voices in my head are just too loud if I'm not exercising regularly. And it makes me happier. And I know, and I've read the scientific articles behind the endorphins that are released with exercise. And just that good feeling. My well-being has so much to do with my diet and exercise. Mostly exercise, because my diet, I kind of do the like, I can eat bad a couple of days a week and it's fine. So luckily, in figuring out health and fitness on my own time and my own schedule, I'm really lucky in that even though the gyms are all closed here in California still, my dad's girlfriend's sons have like a full gym setup in the house. So I can do squats, I can do deadlifts, I can do full upper body, fully set as far as like weightlifting workouts. We also live live in a pretty hilly neighborhood, so if I want to go on a walk, it is also a pretty good workout. I also really like Mad Fit. She makes YouTube video workouts, and if I'm on the go or don't want to think about a workout or want to do something different, I'll do her workout videos. They're like high intensity interval training, and they're exhausting, and you get a really good workout in just like the 30 minutes, so I really like her videos. I am thinking about getting a little exercise bike and sticking it in the corner back there. The big thing about how I continue to actually work out and eat healthy is I have intrinsic motivation. So there's two kinds of motivation, intrinsic and extrinsic. Intrinsic motivation is like, it makes me feel good. I feel good when I exercise. I feel good when I eat fruits and vegetables and don't just load myself up with Chick-fil-A sandwiches, even though a Chick-fil-A sandwich right now sounds delicious. Extrinsic motivation is like, well, my boyfriend wants me to. Well, other people are gonna judge me if I'm overweight. Things like, I wanna look good on vacation. I wanna look good. For me, looking good, like that's kind of a positive after effect. I have like no real reason to like be looking good. Like for who? For myself? Sure. For my boyfriend? Yeah. But it's not my only reason to exist. You know, I'm not existing trying to like thirst trap people on Instagram and I don't know, get a sugar daddy. I exercise because I like the way it makes me feel and also that it makes me less crazy. So yeah, that is how I went from a tubby middle school and high schooler to a healthy, regular adult. Let me know if you guys want like a week of workouts, the actual science behind how to lose weight and make it stay off. Because I think that's the real damn it, I did it, is the fact that I looked like that in high school and have never gotten back to that point. Because even when I have gained a bit of weight, I've got a good amount of muscle on me. Last time I weighed myself, I was 136 pounds, which is the least I've weighed in a really long time, which is strange because I'm so used to being like 140, 145, but I feel good. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please leave any requests for fitness or weight related or nutrition related content in the comments below, because I do have my Bachelor of Science in Nutrition, because I am a college graduate who actually like studied and really learned a lot about nutrition. Thank you guys, and I will see you next time. Bye.